Let's wait a few seconds just for a little bit of less chaos here. All right, come on, guys, roll up, roll up. It's almost the end of the day, but this one will be exciting, I promise. And by promise, I mean I absolutely cannot promise that. It is not within my authority. Okay, let's kick off. Today, we're here to talk about Innovate, which is a coding challenge that we have been doing for about the last 24 hours now. So, why do we do this and what is this? Well, we run a group called F'in Tech, Amit down here and myself, and F'in Tech is a group of fintech CTOs across Singapore and beyond nowadays, probably about 70 people. We talk about tech, we talk about everything that we love, about regulation and managing teams, which is a lot of what fintech comes down to. And we did a little survey within the group around what we felt about the FinTech Festival. And one of the things that came back was that we wished there was more actual tech to inspire the techies amongst us to come along and get involved. So one of the ways we thought we could help was doing a coding challenge, getting people to write some code. And we felt the best way of doing that was to give people 4 hours last night, so from 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., and then 4 hours this morning, to write a generative AI application that has to solve a financial services need. So, thank you to our partners, the people who helped us over the last couple of days. We had AWS, Tenety, and Elevandi, of course. AWS gave us their space, which is very kind of them. Thank you. And we have some judges. Myself, I am Ned Lowe. I am the CTO of Mission Plus. Mission Plus is a strategic tech builder. We help people build great tech. After myself, we have Ajey. Sorry, I should give him a microphone. So CTO and partner at Peak 15, previously Sequoia, Southeast Asia and India. We have Amit. Overall legend, CTO of about 1,000 companies, including Canopy, Neum, Instarem, FoodMarketHub, and lots of other things. And last but certainly not least, Lillian So. Lillian runs FinTech for AWS, possibly in the whole world by now. Lillian's been helping me out with my AWS journey for about 8 years now, so that's awesome. Okay, so what was the judging criteria? Well, people had to write an application. They had to actually make it real. This wasn't just a demoware, vaporware kind of thing. So this is real code. And there were 4 areas that we were judging it for. The first is impact. How much of an impact would this have on the real world? Secondly, how novel is it? Is this something super cool, something new, no one's ever seen it before? Thirdly, a business model. Sure, there might be a gap in the market, but is there a market in the gap? You know, can we do something with this? And finally, ease of use. If something's so complicated to use that no one can actually take value from it, then kind of what's the point? So we have 4 teams who are going to be presenting to us. And the first team is Team Beyond Paycheck. I'm going to sit down here for a while.
Thank you, Ned.
Yeah. So you guys have 5 minutes, and the time starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm here to speak about Beyond Paycheck. It's a financial consultant for everyone. So about myself, I'm CTO at AnyCover and my partner Vinod from Accenture. So 1 in 3 person are living in paycheck to paycheck. So we are trying to solve the problem. And most of it boils down to like they are spending on non-essentials and like shopping and on entertainment. And which is affecting their goal, like 44% are still striving to go for emergency fund. And Beyond Paycheck comes in, plugs it into all of your bank accounts and try to mine your data and give you relevant recommendation. So this is how it looks in the dashboard. A healthy dashboard where the person who's using been responsible in their spending. And you can see that like he has like good savings, and he's had a bit of a dip, and then like quite catching up now. And we have another person like Jordan, who is like having like a rough for a while. And we are going to Smith, who is like struggling to catch up with the debt and make his savings profitable. And we finally have Chris, who has been drowned in debt. So we are going to see like how Beyond Paycheck helps them to like overcome their goals and achieve it. The first one for Alex, we are suggesting him to go for Prudential Healthcare. So why? So if you go check at the statement, we do see that he's spending on like essentials, but he's also spending on medical bills, most of it. So that's the reason the algorithm understood that it's the best of his interest to for the health insurance. And he can go learn more, and then we'll have a generative AI which will say why you need to buy this health insurance, explain to him why he needs it. And we also have an execute recommendation button. So once he clicks on that, like it buys it automatically for him, and as simple as that. So let's get to another example. So we have Chris, who is like drowning in debt. He needs to go open a high interest savings account at Chocolate Finance. So why? If you look at his bank statement, he is mostly spending on entertainment, electronics, and so on. So it's not a very healthy profile, and we think we could improve their spending habits. So one of the recommendation that we give to Chris is, hey, it's it's in your best interest to have a savings account which has higher percentage. So this will improve your life. So that's basically about it. And coming to the next slide. So how it works. So we are planning to like integrate using the open banking API and the open APIs that we have for all the apps, and collect it and do the mining. And mostly like how do we monetize it? Like we give the app for the users for free, and then like we monetize it based on the partners. Like we take the commission sales for, yeah. And that's about it.
Awesome.
Oh.
Thanks. No, it's okay. Thanks, Goku. Thank you. Okay, can we have the next team up? All right, Team Staple AI.
Hey guys.
All right, and your 5 minutes begins now.
Hey, so I'm Josh. I'm CTO at Staple AI, and I was working on this along with one of our engineers, Prajam. So what we did, it's a Gen AI event, so we thought we'd use Gen AI to generate the Gen AI tool, kind of meta. So the first thing we did is take in the problem statements and the judging criteria. Then, of course, you just take that over to your favorite LLM. Mine's Claude, but we're going to use GPT because it's on here. And then generate some ideas. Get some prompts to expand those, etc. After that, we're going to tell it that's a different way, and we're going to generate the website immediately with the LLM. So that's what we did. Generate the website, then use that to also generate the images in DALL-E. So All pretty easy. Nice reactive website after a few prompts. You know, that's a few weeks of work for most startups, done in half an hour. Easy peasy. So that's the first bit. If you haven't seen this before, you've been living under a rock. This is now basics of Gen AI stuff. So now we want to do a bit further. Let's try and do the architecture of Gen AI. So we put in all of that description of how the system would work. We talked about the initial framework, and we generate an architecture. It actually doesn't come out like this. It comes out as some Python code, but you just run that and it generates the architecture. The architecture wasn't great. You probably want to fiddle with that quite a lot, but easy peasy. OK, so let's talk about what the idea it actually came up with. So what it suggested is a way for you to chat with your financial data. Pretty obvious. The problem with that is that your financial data is not going to be sitting in one place. It's going to be in a whole range of documents across all sorts of systems. You know, you've got your credit card statements from a year ago. Those are in PDF from one bank. You've got banking statements. You've got different banks. You can't rely on APIs to get it all in. So it wanted a way to get that document data, compile it all, and then have an application like this that you can chat with. The problem is that you can't just throw documents through a system like that. You only get 128K tokens on the largest LLMs. That won't do it. If you've got like a few years of bank statements, also it's going to hallucinate quite badly. What you need to do is pre-structure that document data so it's easily, firstly it's indexed, it's got bio tags, etc. So you can search. So we use Staple to do the heavy lifting, obviously. What you do is you just throw your documents into Staple. Staple categorizes the documents. These are some bank statements. We extract all the pertinent data. Here we're doing some translation as well. And then we structure it. So it's all indexed. You can make really easy queries on backlogs of millions of documents at a time, which is something you can't do unless you have nice structured data. So obviously, we didn't build this part in the startup, in the hackathon, but we're leveraging on the stuff we already have. So that's the idea. So now we use Staple's APIs to simulate the back end of that app that we just showed. So what we're going to do is we're going to write a query, natural language query, on a backlog of about 10 bank statements. So the query we're going to say is, how much money have I saved in the last 2 years? I'm going to expand that a bit and say, can you break it down into monthly? So this might be a query that runs over 24 bank statements if you've only got one bank. But if you've got loads more, it's a lot of statements to run over. Staple not only generates the response, we can also graph it as well. And we choose the kind of graph to show depending on what's required. So that's generated on the fly from the query. We'll try another one. And this time we're going to say, can you give a breakdown of my expenses for the last 2 years? And then break it down into your housing, utility, transportation. That could be quite challenging, unless you've already pre-structured your data a little bit. And we can run that, and again, generate a completely different chart. But you could really ask anything. So you could chat with the AI about your backlog, and this is essentially your whole back end for the system. So yeah, that's what we did in the last 8 hours.
Thank you, thank you. I think we're just going to have 1 minute of deliberation, and then we'll get the next one. Hang on.
Driving a German whip. Nah, chill a second. See man riding my yellow bicycle. Footprints to heaven. Still never been a Mach 11 veteran. Keeping my carbon emissions as low as sediments. I'm not into eating out at flash restaurants. Taking my earnings for a nibble of some elegance. As if elegance isn't already in me. I'd have more fun cleaning out a sooty chimney. Chimney, where's my kazoo? So I can play some good vibrations into this room. A lot of heavy-headed, heavily leaded men are treading the boards towards ending up disconnected from everything. Stop looking at yourself. See the bigger picture. A lot more.
I've been pinged. Okay, next team, please. We get Team Jarvis. All right, a big team this time. Okay. Thank you, guys. And your 5 minutes begins now.
Thank you. Hi, we are from Team Jarvis, and we are here to showcase BankBuddy. Imagine a world where banking is intuitive, it's effortless, and you can work very easily with your bank, right? Imagine a world where banking is personalized to your needs. With BankBuddy, this world is no longer a distant dream. BankBuddy uses cutting-edge AI, where you can use your voice on any language to chat with our interface. BankBuddy also introduces many innovative features, like automated bill payment. You can simply take a picture of your bill, upload to BankBuddy, and that sets up a bill payment for you. You can also interact with your bill payment and say, I want to pay my bill 1 week ahead of time or the day before. BankBuddy, definitely with voice on any chat, we break language barriers. And anyone can talk to bank without a need of a translation tool or without a need to understand a bank's common language. BankBuddy also introduces many other features like spend analysis, investment ideas, where we analyze your spend pattern, we take your personal profile, and based on this data, we either give you spend details. Now, typical spend analysis you would get on a typical spend platform is a very static. We do a dynamic spend analysis, and we give you investment ideas. With this, I will hand over to Evan for a demo.
Okay. Yeah, so this is our first use case for the agent assistance. So you can see here, customer can just voice input, like trying to use voice recognition to ask questions, like how to change the transfer limit. And we leverage on the Whisper to do the state-of-art speech recognition. So all this information after translate recognized in English and sent to the GPT. And also GPT will combine with the bank internal knowledge, give you the answer. And it not only supports English as a multi-language, like you can ask Chinese question, like为什么我的贷款申请被拒绝了? It can automatically recognize multi-language, even the Malay or the Indian. And even you can combine Chinese and English question together, it can be understood. And when you send a question, even if we don't have Chinese document, GPT can automatically understand Chinese and combine with English knowledge and give you the answer. And the second use case is personalized spending analysis. So in this case, we didn't pre-set up any dashboard or analysis patterns. Actually, in case the GPT is based on your question, writing the code in the real time. So you can ask any question, like in here, we can ask how is our spending category in the weekend. And in this case, GPT can understand what is weekend and go write a code to query in Python or the SQL, help you to get a very accurate analysis. So you can, in this case, it's not like traditional banking. You can only do monthly statement to tell you what you're spending. You can do it just by your period. So next use case is about bill payment.
Okay. Thanks, Evan. So traditionally, we receive the utility bills maybe from email or from the paper, and then we need to look into the account number or the bill reference number to pay our bills. So now with this BankBuddy's help, we can just simply drag and drop our utility bills, or we take a photo with it. And then we utilize the OCR technology to find out all the bill payment information and comprehended by the GPT. And straight away, it's able to help you to do the payment in a split second of the time. Instead of we digging through this account number or the bill reference number to pay the bill with, it's done automatically. Okay. And the next use case is today, let's say if we want to do any investment, right? So we look into all these investment options, for example, the ETF available. And we need to struggle to understand what are all these investment options about. So now with the bank body's help, we are able to, again, just drag and drop all this ETF and then comprehended by the GPT. And it will based on the user's profile to provide you the suggestion, okay, maybe this is the best 3 investment options for you, and you can consider to invest with. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
To close, we want to show that this is what is possible with AI-powered banking, where we can transform your daily banking financial needs, which are typically a chore, to a delightful experience for customers. So we believe with AI, banking can be transformed, and this is the start of the journey. And we welcome you to join us in this. Thank you.
Putting your patience to the test. I'm putting your money on the line for less. Didn't you know there was a choice? It's never yours but someone else's voice. Selling your money to the street. I'm selling your girlfriends to the night for cheap. Wearing a jacket made of meat. Stealing a letter made with horses' feet. And now you've heard that waste and grain, life in the shade, violent cloud, and that's the USA. Platinums on the rise, playboys in disguise, just trying to find.
Okay. Oh, he's keen. Can we get the... All right, so Team Invest AI, please come to the stage. And your 5 minutes begins now.
Hello, everyone. Let's talk about our friend Kevin here. So Kevin is someone with money, but recently he fired his portfolio manager. Now, why is that? After a series of bad decisions due to too much information on the internet, the portfolio manager only managed to make him 1% last year after deducting fees. That's horrible. You can't even beat inflation with that. So he was frustrated because he had money, but he didn't know what to do. He couldn't get any quality advice, right? Until he discovered invest.ai. So don't let this dashboard fool you. Of course, you see the usual pieces like the portfolio amount, but things get interesting once we start scraping news from the internet and display it to the user. Now, not because it's to educate the person, but also interesting things happen when we introduce our unique feature, the AI advisor, which we'll get to in a bit. So it's not just a chatbot, right? It's a chatbot that considers everything under the sun, the portfolio, the user's risk profile, even the user themselves. So here you can have kind of like a natural interaction with the chatbot. For example, how's my portfolio doing? And then you get advice as what you get from a normal portfolio manager. Of course, you can ask other things. By the way, this thing is a proprietary blend of different models, not just LLMs, but also something that was devised by our friend Vijay here. Can you recommend me other stuff? Okay, so you have like based on your risk appetite, here's how much you can allocate to a particular stock. So we cap it off with another question. Can you give us a tip? Give us a sec while we type that. Sorry, my typing is very slow. So after you ask that, we get, boom, we recommend, investing in Amazon for 2 years with 3K. Now you might be wondering, okay, Jackie, you might be just hard coding this. Are you lying to us? The answer is of course no. Here we have, basically we're API first, right? Which means we're infinitely scalable. With one API call, with one post request, we can ask our AI what to invest in based, again, on this data fields here. Name, age, risk appetite, what kind of instrument they're interested in. What's interesting is that you see the source there, it says Mumu. It means we can embed ourselves in a variety of different places. right? Not just our own very own platform. It means we can partner with all different platforms, putting us in between traditional robo-advisors like Robinhood and also legitimate traditional portfolio managers, right? So this is kind of like the advice that John Doe would get. So I'm just kind of like, these are the things that you see. You can see some of the advice. Now what I'm going to do, right, is that I'm going to change this a bit. I'm going to change it up. This is what's happening on the hood when we were using the invest.ai platform, the dashboard earlier, right? You copy it, you paste it, you change John Doe to Emily Brown, right? You change the age, you change the risk appetite, you change it to something like crypto, right? Same platform, and invest.ai, the API, would say something else. Okay, I'm not too sure you guys can speed read, but pay attention to the middle paragraph. It says, okay, we see you. We're going to just put 5 to 10% of your money. So, fellas, here's the thing. 18% of portfolio managers only make consistent results, meaning the others 82% make bad ones all the time. With Invest AI, we can make it 100%. So this is Jackie, Priya, Vijay, and Russell, and we are Invest AI. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, if you would be so kind as to give us a few minutes while the judges deliberate. Okay. Do you want to stand up for it? Okay, let's stand up as judges. We can shake some hands. Okay, Amit will be announcing the winner of this.
Hey, so Ned, there were two teams named. Which team won? Like, was it fourth? It was very tough decision.
Very tough decision.
Very confusing, very confusing.
Should we announce? Should we start with how the team name starts? Okay. The winner is Team Bank Buddy. Please come over here.
Congratulations, guys. Yeah, all of the entrants were amazing, but we felt that you guys would manage to just be the top. Anyone want to say any words about, how was it easy to do? Did you manage to crush it? Were you up until 3 a.m.? How was it?
Thanks a lot. It was a great competition. Congrats to everyone who participated. It was a lot of fun. We are passionate about AI and banking. We work in a digital bank in Singapore. So for us, this is what we want the banking landscape to transform into. So we had fun developing this over yesterday and today. Because of the passion, we did not worry about burning the midnight oil. But yeah, it was great. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the experience. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, we're going to get a photo side, please. Come in. Huddle, huddle, huddle. 3 steps, including me. Should I go back? Okay. Well done to everyone who participated. It was a lot of fun. I hope next year we can do it bigger, badder, better. And thanks everyone for coming to see the participants present. Hope you all had fun. And hopefully also it gave you an idea of what can be created in only 8 hours, and that we all go back to our own companies and teams and tell them why are they not delivering that fast. So with that, enjoy the rest of the FinTech Festival. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good evening.